Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call the meeting to order. In accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, PL 1975, Chapter 231, adequate notice of this regular meeting of the Board of Adjustment of the Township of Franklin has been provided.
Bob, can I have that pen back?
You bet.
Board members, applicant, professionals, and members of the public, please speak directly into the microphones so that our recording secretary can properly process minutes. Applicants and professionals, please fill out the sheet on the table when you've completed your testimony. Thank you. We have minutes, March 3rd, 2022. Do we have a motion?
I'll move.
And a second?
Second.
Cheryl Bethia? Yes. Joel Reese?
Yes.
Alan Rich?
Yes.
Gary Rosenthal?
Yes.
Robert Shepard?
Yes.
Oh, wait, we didn't even call, what are we doing? We didn't even call attendance.
It's because it's stuck underneath there between two other, okay. We'll back up and have the roll call,
And I'm
please.
going along with it.
I wanted to see if you're paying attention.
I was a little slow on the upkeep, but I caught it. Okay, let me call,
Second live meeting, is that correct?
oh, Lord. All right, let me call roll, please, sir.
Go right ahead.
You read all the summation, right? This is the meeting and all that?
Yes.
Okay. Cheryl Bethia? Here. Richard Prokanic?
Here.
Joel Reese? Alan, Bill, is your mic on?
Yeah.
Thank you. Alan Rich?
Here.
Gary Rosenthal?
Here.
Robert Shepard?
Here.
Vaseem Verdas asked to be excused. Elizabeth Clarkin?
Oh, okay.
Here. And Chairman Thomas.
Here, now we can get that motion again for the minutes, March
Okay, so
3rd.
Gary firsted it. Is that a correct word?
Yeah.
Okay, and Alan seconded it. So we'll start again. Cheryl Bethia? Yes. Rich Brook? No. Joel Reese?
Yes.
Alan Rich?
Yes.
Gary Rosenthal?
Yes.
Robert Shepard?
Yes.
And Chairman Thomas.
Yes. Resolution Neil Patel, ZBA 21-00005.
I'll move.
We have a second?
A second.
Who is that?
Go.
Oh, Joel, thank you.
You
Joel.
forgot about me.
Cheryl Bethia? Yes. Joel Reese?
Yes.
Alan Rich?
Yes.
Gary Rosenthal?
Yes.
Robert Shepard?
Yes.
And Chairman Thomas.
Yes, before we go into any discussions or anything like that, there are two hearings Christine could make the public aware of that were changed, so if there's any public here for them, there may not be a need to say.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Kingsley Saki, docket number ZBA 21-00015, C variance in which the applicant seeks to build a 20 by 20 covered pavilion in their side yard at 1465 Easton Avenue, Somerset, Block 466, Lot 9, in Zone R40. This matter has been carried to June 2nd at 7:30 p.m. in this room with notification needed. So if you're here for Mr. Saki's application, it is not going to be heard this evening. The next hearing, Muhammad H. Rayman and Thamina Habib, docket number ZBA 22-00005, a C variance in which the applicant installed an enlarged driveway, walkway, and patio without permits at 54 Winding Way, Princeton, Block 1.09, Lot 8, in Zone R10A. This matter will be moved to June 16th at 7:30 p.m. in this room, and then he has to do notification. That was the problem.
Going back to the Saki application, do we need to do anything with the deadline for action?
He will provide me a deadline prior to that. I believe he sent me an email, but this came out, the preliminary agenda was done
Okay.
last week. I believe he sent me an email to June 30th. It will be updated on the next thing.
Okay, very good. Now, discussion section, extension of time, Calvary Baptist Church, ZBA 19-00005. Go ahead and proceed.
Good evening. I'm Steve Finkelstein. I'm of...
Got to hold it close to your mouth. Please.
Good evening. This is Steve Finkelstein. I'm of counsel to Frank Linus's office. I'm here tonight to discuss the application of Calvary Baptist Church for an extension of resolution compliance. The initial resolution had been granted by this board on May 21st, 2020, this being the 19th of May. We have 2 days left. The town engineer, Mr. Russo, has just signed off on the project, and we've submitted plans to Christine. So we expect to have a shovel in the ground within the next year.
How much time are you requesting?
Just a year.
Any other information we need?
I don't believe so.
Anything that the board needs?
This is your first extension?
Yes.
Okay.
Then we can entertain a motion.
I move that we give an extension of 1 year to Calvary Baptist Church for it to complete the project for which we have previously granted a variance. I second.
Cheryl Bethia? Yes. Richard Prokanic?
Yes.
Joel Reese?
Yes.
Alan Rich?
Yes.
Gary Rosenthal?
Yes.
Robert Shepherd?
Yes.
And Chairman Thomas.
Yes. Okay, moving to the first item on the agenda that we're actually going to hear. 1784 Capital Holdings LLC, ZBA 21-00009. This is scheduled for, this is a use variance, preliminary final major site plan with variances in which the applicant is seeking approval for construction of 125,335 square foot self-storage facility at 1613 Route 27, Somerset, Block 85, lots 58 and 59.02 in the general business zone. And before we, this item is scheduled for a vote only. Before we get into that, we have a couple, at least one formal housekeeping chore to take care of. I'll turn over to Christine.
Okay. This matter has been carried twice just on the sole reason of being voted on, and at both of those meetings, there were various members that were not available. So to be on the record and transparent, I would like to call the members that were not available for either meeting and make sure that they have watched the meeting so it's of record. Richard Prokanic?
Yes.
Robert Shepherd?
Yes.
Joel Reese?
Yes.
Cheryl Bethia?
Yes.
And Alan Rich, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay, then we're good to go on this.
that's correct.
Normally, at this point, before we actually take a formal vote, does the board have any comments, questions, or information they want to give to the rest of the board? Okay, then we would have a motion to move forward.
I move to grant the approval of ZBA 21-00009 as
You have to speak into the mic.
requested.
Okay, we need a second.
I'll second that.
Okay. Cheryl Bethia? Yes. Richard Prokanic?
No.
Joel Reese?
Yes.
Alan Rich?
Yes.
Gary Rosenthal?
Yes.
Robert Shepherd?
I'm going to vote no. This was a very, very difficult case for me to decide on because I do realize that this is an improvement over what is in the present location, but it's as the planner who came in and testified in opposition. It's just too intense for this particular I cannot vote yes in favor of it.
Okay. And then Chairman Thomas?
I think that, I agree with both sides of this a little bit. I appreciate the huge effort the applicant made to revise the plans. I do, however, think that this is a significant, really significant improvement, almost reaching to a benefit compared to what is there now. And if it were anything but a self-storage facility, which probably has the least amount of traffic possible, I might think differently, but otherwise I'm voting yes.
Okay.
Okay, moving forward.
And just for the record, that's approved by a vote of 5-2.
That's correct. Was I supposed to say that?
Sarwat Siddiqui, ZBA 22-00007, a C variance in which the applicant has a ground-mounted solar array installed. Upon submittal of the as-built survey, it was discovered that it was placed closer to the front property line than permitted. 50 feet required, 47 feet existing at 3 Wood Turtle Court, Franklin Park, Block 33.01, Lot 26 in the NRPC zone. Okay, you are you're the applicant, correct?
Microphone.
First, we should just swear. Both of you are going to speak?
Yeah, you both could just raise your right hand. Do you swear that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Yes. Thank you. And if for the record, if you can just give us both of your names.
My name is Tariq Siddiqui.
Mr. Siddiqui.
My name is Tariq Siddiqui.
And I'm Sarwat Siddiqui.
Sarwat.
You spell that?
S-A-R.
Okay, I might be able to make this quicker and a little more efficient for you. Do you have a summary for us?
Mr. Chairman, frankly, I think your summary basically says it all. The requirement's 50 feet when they installed it. The solar array, when the as-built was done after installation, it showed that it was 47 feet, and that's why they're before you to seek the relief of the 3 feet. Staff had no comments on it. There is, at the second page of the TRC report, there is a survey that shows the location, and on the third page, there's a aerial photograph that shows its general location relative to this property, as well as the other homes in the surrounding area. The applicant, on their application form, when they indicated why they're seeking relief, they indicate that the neighboring property, I think they mean the neighboring home, is hundreds of feet away with tree coverage blocking the view of the array from the neighboring property. I think if you look on page 3, the aerial photograph, I think that's perhaps what they're speaking to.
The contractor just made a mistake. Any board members want some more? We're open to the public. Is there anybody out there who wants to talk to us about this application? None, so we'll close it. Let's just go right to a motion.
I move that we grant Sarwat Siddiqui the variance required to correct the mistaken placement of his solar array at 32 Wood Turtle, 3 Wood Turtle Court in Franklin Park.
Second.
A second. Cheryl Bethia? Yes. Richard Prokanic?
Yes.
Joel Reese?
Yes.
Alan Rich?
Yes.
Gary Rosenthal?
Yes.
Robert Shepherd?
Yes.
And Chairman Thomas.
Yes. Okay, good luck. You've got it. Any other business? Is there anyone who would object to adjourning the meeting? New way to do it. Meeting's adjourned.